Even though I got the centers in associated with each other, I need to line them up, the corners rather, I need to line them up with the right center. Right, Jessica?
Yeah.
Alright, so this blue and purple, I'm just going to move this around here. And see if it can, okay, so this belongs in this spot because this blue matches up with here, this purple matches up with here, and now this red and white matches up with here. So that's going to be a little easier to figure out. So let's see. So I'm going to look for the green one to put over here, and that's this guy here. So this is going to be rotating about this center, and I'd like to get it to here. So if I hold it over here, this is a corner here, this is a corner here, this is a corner here. And if I do my RU from this perspective, it will move this, it will eventually rotate this to here and then to here. But I want it to be over here, so maybe what I can do is I can put this into this position. As long as I rotate it back, it's not going to change anything. So I'm going to do that algorithm twice to move this to here. And that's going to be with this corner, and that's going to be U, RI, U, R, U, RI, U. Okay? So you can see this green now went to here, so I'm simply going to move this center, boom, back. Okay, so this is in, and it likes where it is. So now I can move the pink one in. Now this pink one is already where it needs to be in terms of the side that it's on. I just have to move it up to here. We've got to move this one out of the way first, so let's get it lined up first along the center. So it's going to move along this corner. This corner will be my R, so to speak. Let's just bump this out of the way. Let's just take this and go, yeah, let's see. I'll just move it up from here, splat. Okay, and now we do what we do, which is R, U, RI, U, R, U, RI, U. Make sure we're lined up here correctly. Good. And now we just move. I do it again because this has to move over to here. A little confused there for a second. That's okay. It's supposed to do that. Okay. R, U, RI, U, R, U, RI, U. Okay, I have this here, and I simply move this back to where it was over here. Okay, so in so doing, I now have this in and I have this in. Okay, so far I have these two in matching up with this. You see that this isn't matched up here, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do, just see my corners in here, is I'm going to go ahead and get all of my, I'm going to get one side in. So what belongs over here? Well, actually, it appears to be this. So this whole side is in because this is in here, this is in here. And this is the center, so I've got the white one in over here. No, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Now, if I wanted to put this in, if I wanted to rotate this correctly, then I just do my strategy where I would find a corner, any corner, here, here, or here, and do R, U, oh, okay, let's try that again, and do R, U, RI, U, R, U, RI, U. Not in yet, so I'll do it again. R, U, RI, U, R, U, RI, U. Okay, so these are all in. Now to get this back, if I hold it over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my corner back. So in this case, this is going to come up over here. Is it where it needs to be? Yeah, it's where it needs to be. Now what belongs here is actually not this white one. I was incorrect. It's going to be something like this. So it's going to have actually green and pink in it. So that's going to move up over to here. And this is the center, so it's going to go around the center point. So this has to come over to here. And that's going to be a simple matter of, so this is the side over here. It's going to go against this corner here. And that's going to be R, U, Ri, U, R, U, Ri, U. Okay, so we can see this side starting to take shape. And unfortunately, this pink one got blasted out. I'm not sure how that happened, but I'm just going to take this and move this into here. Holding it on this side, we'll do R, U, Ri, U, R, U, Ri, U. And once more to put it here, R, U, Ri, U, R, U, Ri, and U. Now, it is a perspective bender, but it does seem easy compared to the ghost octahedron. So this is for those who might be trying to solve this. Anyway, so this side is in with these edges. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep finding it adjacent to it. It'll be easier to find. Now you may find that if I had to rotate this, if this had to rotate here, I could just do the opposite. I'm not going to do that because it can start to get confusing. It's just easy for me to do it twice, and they're not hard algorithms. So this belongs over here, this belongs over here. Over here, it's going to be another pink and white corner, which is right over here. So to move this into place to here, I can do it from the perspective of, say, here. If I just move this, well, let's see. How can I do this? Okay, I can move this up to here. I just have to remember what I did. Yeah, I should be able to remember that. And I can move it in from this perspective. This, and this. Okay. However, I want to bat this out of the way, so I'm going to move. I just have to remember how I'm reconstructing this. I can move this out of the way by going splat. Okay. So I just have to remember to move this down, and now this can move over to here. That's going to be R, U, Ri, U, R, U, Ri, U. Okay, once more I believe to move this into here. R, U, Ri, U, R, U, Ri, U. Okay, now it's just a matter of remembering what I had to move back, and I believe this had moved. So I'll move this down like so. That seems to make sense. And now this, I believe, came down to here. Okay. So now I think the red one will find a nice home over here, and that's this guy. And that's going to be moved in. None of these are in, so I got to take this, and let's move him to here. Okay, so holding it like this should be able to orbit this around to here. So that's going to be good, good, and good. Okay. R, U, Ri, U, R, U, Ri, U. So that did the job. So now let's remember what we did. I think it was this guy that had moved. And I think this has to move over here. Yes, okay. Okay, now that we're in the neighborhood of doing stuff, okay, so even now my perspective is getting very skewed. So this, and this are my corners. I'll move this into place, and then move it until the purple one comes to here. So I'm going to hold it like this and do R U R I U R U R I U. Okay, so this is in. Now I have to remember how to bring this back. Boom. Okay. I think that did it. Sure. So here's where the deconstruction and reconstruction comes in. I want to move this into this spot, and this is the center on which it can rotate, but I got to get this out of the way, but I can't replace it with anything here. So why don't I just move it away from these guys by just moving this down to here. Okay, now that I've got that down to here, now maybe I can substitute this with something that doesn't make sense, like this. So I'm going to do one more move, like so, and now that puts this one in line. I just have to remember to move this down. That's going to be very important. So now I'm going to do the algorithm from here to try to move this into this position. So R U R I U R U R I U. Now I think one more. R U R I U R U R I U. Okay, now we can see what that did. I'm going to take what was here and I've got to move this. I believe this came up to here or the other way. Yeah, this came down here. And now this can rotate to here. Okay, so as you can see, I've now put this in and we're seeing the shape start to take shape. Now I could start doing some center rotations, but I'm not going to do that as of yet. Some of that might actually even fix itself. So let's see what else needs to be done, and I should be down to the last three, I think. So what belongs where? Well, this belongs here, actually. This guy belongs here, this belongs here, and this belongs here. So actually, these three have to rotate. So two of them are on this side, and two of them are on this side. So if I could just well, let's see which ones are going to make the most sense. So these two have to rotate, but this is all the one on the wrong side. So if I could move this into this spot, to do that, I'm going to move this to here. And then I'm going to take this and move this to here. So I've just got to remember to move it back. So I'm going to rotate this to here. Okay, so I have to remember that my next move is to take this and move it back. I should remember because of this corner area here. Boom. Okay. So with that said, we're going to be rotating these guys around here. So it's going to be R U R I U R U R I U. Okay, did that do it? Do I need to rotate it again? Let me start to get it back and see what happens. Whoops. Actually, this comes across here. I think I have to do it once more. Yeah, I got to do it once more. R U R I U R U R I and U. Okay. Now let's see if I can remember how to get it back. So this ultimately is going to turn. This one had to turn in. So if I take this, turn them over here, and this turns over here. And we're good. Okay, so I got the corners in. That's one of the more perspective bending steps. But I was able to do it.